Meghan Markle is once again facing fierce backlash, this time for posting a video of herself twerking whilst pregnant in a hospital delivery suite. The clip, shared on Instagram, shows Meghan dancing to the viral hit of the baby mower dance, with Prince Harry joining in beside her. Some fans have praised the moment as fun and light-hearted. Others have called it crass and vulgar, questioning how it aligns with the couple's repeated demands for privacy. In 2020, Meghan and Harry stepped back from royal duties, saying they wanted a more private life. Since then, they've launched multiple lawsuits against the British press, often citing privacy and security concerns. Yet many have pointed to the contradiction of sharing intimate hospital footage with millions of followers whilst also complaining about media overreach. Back in 2022, a spokesperson for the couple insisted they never cited privacy as the reason for stepping away from royal life, calling that narrative entirely untrue. Despite the backlash, many Sussex fans celebrated the video. The twerking video came as part of a birthday tribute to Lilibet, now 4 years old. Other posts included black and white portraits of Meghan and her daughter, as well as a photo of Prince Harry holding the infant. The controversy has reignited the debate around the Sussexes' public image and whether they can continue to court global attention while claiming to seek a private life.
Alex, let's have a look at the Daily Star, shall we? And this is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry dancing or twerking in the maternity suite. God. It's gone viral, hasn't it?
It's insufferable. Listen, I don't have a hate for them. I don't hate them, right? What I'm sick to death of is them talking about privacy but not actually really wanting it. We've got a clip to show them. I think we do. Let's have a look.
Another controversy has erupted around Meghan Markle. A resurfaced twerking clip, paired with sharp criticism of a video celebrating Princess Lilibet's birthday, has ignited a storm on GB News. Commentators aren't holding back, branding Meghan an idiot in one of the harshest takedowns yet. The debate begins with a light-hearted video of Meghan, filmed years before her royal life. What some see as playful fun, others have weaponized into a symbol of alleged unseriousness and poor judgment. The resurfacing of this clip has reignited conversations about her suitability as a duchess and once again split public opinion down the middle. Attention then shifts to a video marking Princess Lilibet's birthday, a moment that could have been joyful, but instead turned into fodder for criticism. GB News commentators launched a brutal takedown, arguing the video was more about Meghan and Harry's image-making than their daughter's celebration. The framing, the style, and even the timing were picked apart on air. The commentary was nothing short of ruthless.
When was the last time you twerked, Alex?
I don't think I've ever twerked in my life.
You
mate.
must have.
Really?
I genuinely mean that. If there's any footage that ever comes out of me twerking, I'll pay for all your pints one night. How about that?
What would the late Queen think of that?
I mean,
can you imagine?
Listen, this is the exact same time they were calling for privacy. It's the exact same time saying we don't want any more media attention on us. We're sick to death. But now times have changed, haven't they?
Well, they would say this is all under their own control. They're putting it out there. They're in control of what they're putting out.
I think they're having a reset. They think they're having a popularity turn in their favour. The problem is the rest of the world doesn't agree.
What do you make of it, Freddie? I'm very interested to hear what you think.
I think she's got... I agree with Ben. I think, you know, I know this makes me sound like a bit of a fuddy-duddy, but royals aren't meant to behave like that. It's like vulgar and gross. And I don't find it funny. I don't like the music.
It's such a good point. Even the music is inane.
Yes.
It's just some juvenile song that you'd hear from a 12-year-old's mobile phone on a train or something. Yeah. Fair enough if you want to do that stuff in private, you know, fill your boots. But Harry, at least, Meghan, she's an American celebrity, so I can kind of forgive her for it.
It's definitely her idea,
she's like, Prince Harry is a prince of the realm. You imagine the centuries of history and tradition in this country, the respectful organisations that he was or is an ambassador of, the military, and you're behaving like that and happy to release it in public. I mean, it's just so demeaning.
Yeah, she's a narcissist and he's quite thick.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Freddie nailed it.
I mean, you wouldn't see...
What he said.
Yeah, you wouldn't see the Princess of Wales doing that,
Damn right you wouldn't.
In a maternity suite.
No, she does a better job.
Yeah. Anyway, let us know what you think on that one. Loads of views coming in. tvnews.com/shall say.
Has appeared in the paper today. So this is supposedly a celebration of Lilibet's 4th birthday.
Really?
It's yet another celebration of Meghan. Because what she's doing is published lots of lovely pictures of her twerking in the maternity suite before Lilibet was born. Pictures of her on the beach with Lilibet. Gorgeous windswept
No, you
pictures.
can't actually see Lilibet's face properly, of course.
Well, no, you can't, and nor should we. However, what she's done is made this 4th birthday celebration all about her, as she does almost everything else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, look at this. So, and I just think it's this sweet.
Harry hardly gets a look in.
This stuff. Oh yeah, you've got to say. So where that's working. Well, he does get a look, and he forces himself right in front of the camera.
And he looks an idiot.
See there. I mean, these two talk
And he
about
looks an
privacy.
idiot.
Can you not just say something nice?
No, these two talk about privacy, and one of the most private moments
I
of
couldn't
their
agree
lives.
more. That's what I was saying to Bev earlier.
Just before you're going to give
Just before
birth.
they give birth to their little baby girl, they're sharing those images to promote brand Meghan. And this is a woman, Jonathan, who's always going on about the press invading her privacy.
If I cared
She's
at
invaded
all
her own
about this,
privacy.
which I don't, but if I did...
Right, we'll just talk to Carol then. We'll just talk to Carol then. You don't care.
Meghan was labelled an idiot, her actions portrayed as calculated rather than genuine. But as always, the public is divided. Supporters dismiss the criticism as petty character assassination, while detractors see it as proof of Meghan's obsession with the spotlight. The controversy fuels the ongoing narrative. Is Meghan unfairly targeted, or is she her own worst enemy? For Prince Harry, these controversies present a dilemma. While he seeks a dignified role on the international stage, Meghan remains at the centre of sensational stories. Each viral clip, each scathing critique, chips away at the couple's credibility and raises the question of whether they can ever escape the shadow of tabloid drama. In the end, what should have been a private family celebration has become another media firestorm. Meghan Markle's twerking video, once trivial, now fuels yet another chapter in the Sussex saga. And with GB News and other outlets amplifying the criticism, the Duchess remains firmly locked in the spotlight, praised by some, ridiculed by others, and impossible to ignore.
Ask me my opinion, and I'll give it to you.
Go on, we
if I
can't wait.
cared about this, I would say, on your terms, if we accept your framing that she's doing this retention, well, why do you keep giving it to her then? If all she wants is for people on television to talk about her and to drive clicks to her social media, then you are doing exactly what she wants. The best thing you could possibly do is to ignore her and not give her the publicity she craves. If this is your framing...
had nothing to say, you're going on a bit.
You can talk.
The thing is, there are people who are, when you're talking about them, it's not in a good way. All this is doing is actually denigrating her brand. And I think it's really interesting timing. It's not just about Lilibet's birthday. You know, there was that story last week how the As Ever brand has stopped making this very expensive jam. Now, you don't stop making it unless it's not selling. And, you know, she gave us all this tosh about how it's sold out in minutes, whatever. If it is sold out, they'd be making lots more of it and they'd be making a fortune.
I think it's £9 a jar.
Well, it's ridiculous.
Fruit's not... Fruit, sometimes you
Well,
just run out of
blind
fruit,
dates.
can't you?
Breaking news, woman does dance.
Oh, but it's not just any woman. It's Meghan Sussex.
Is she allowed to call herself Meghan? No, she is allowed to call herself Meghan Sussex. It's the other one that she's not allowed to use.
She made a big point of it in her last series, didn't she? She said to Mindy Kaling, who's an actress over in the United States, her friend apparently, she said, oh, it's so funny that people still call me Markle. I'm actually a Sussex. Oh.
Is that funny?
Tom.
I'm sorry.
Interactions
I know
between
it would
people
make
are
better
funny.
Television if I could muster a scintilla.
No, not necessarily.
I don't know of opinion about.
You've got to be true to yourself, Tom.
That I just honestly cannot bring myself to care.
So I think I'm very interested in how people interact with each other. Right. So it's not necessarily that it's Meghan or that it's Harry. I find it just very interesting how they choose to market themselves, how they choose to communicate with themselves, how they've taken all sorts of different routes away from the royal family, yet they still, pine for what it was to be a royal in certain ways, the way they were able to just say anything about the family, yet claim to be victims.
OK,
so I find it very interesting.
I completely understand. When Harry brings out a book that has all this salacious news about the royal family, absolutely, I'm right there with it. That's news that I think I care about, I think the country cares about. When it's Meghan brings out a new jam...
But then it's interesting. Why jam? You know, why jam, Tom?
Why
jam?
care?
Why jam? You
Why
know?
care?
Does she want to be, you know, seen as a traditional wife now rather than a grand humanitarian politico? Tom, it's
I
very
mean,
interesting.
if she does, I mean, good on her. I can't.
I'm half winding you up now. You must know that.
I know
you
that.
must know that.